Hi everyone, my name is Piterpakulski. Today we will continue building financial model of a mobile application from scratch. During the previous video we were putting the payroll of operating activity stage inside the timeline, and today it starts to work on vendors expenses on the operating activity stage. So we also have some vendors fixed costs that we need to put inside the timeline, starting with the moment when we have a release of our application. And for that purpose I will be creating a separate block of inputs. So vendors expenses, operating stage, so here will be the name of the vendor. Here I will place the amount of dollars per month that we pay to this vendor. So this is the new block of inputs. So vendor operating stage 1, vendor operating stage 1. So let's say we have 20 vendors that we pay some expenses during the operating activity. Here is the amount that we pay to different vendors. So these are the inputs. So we are coloring this data with blue, because blue is the specific color which goes with all our inputs through the whole financial model from top to the bottom. So these are the inputs. There are no formulas in the cells which are colored this way, like here, so there are no inputs. We can also create some coefficients, on off coefficients, on off, then local coefficient, global coefficient, so I will use data validation of data validation list. I will go up. Here are on and offs. On and offs. Then so this is the input, so I'm coloring it with blue. Then here I will be writing a formula. So if this value equals to this, I will put in 1, otherwise 0. Then here I will be placing the local coefficient. Here I will be placing global coefficient for this type of expenses. Now we'll extrapolate this formula to the bottom, and now let's place these expenses inside the timeline. So I will be copying this table, here I will place the list of vendors that will be paying during the operating activity stage. And now let's link the expenses to the timeline. So I will be taking this value, freezing the column, then I will go up inside the timeline table. We have a line called operating activity start 011. So this means that 0 that we don't have an operating activity at this moment, and 1 means that we do have an operating activity at this moment. So we are linking these expenses to this line. So here is for November 2022. November 2022, we have 1 here, starting from here, and from moving from left to right, we have an operating activity 1111. And 0 means that we don't have operating activity at this moment. 0, 0, 0, 0, and then 1 starts in November 22, like here, from the place where specified. So I'm pressing, we are adding coefficients, our famous coefficients. So also we are adding on-off coefficient. We are adding local coefficient, and we are adding global coefficient for all the expenses, vendor expenses on the operating activity stage. So now I will extrapolate this formula to the bottom and to the right. So I'm coloring these expenses in red because they will go to the cash flow statement. And for example, if we want to switch off some expenses, we can do it here. You can see zeros here. Or for example, we just want to see what will happen with the project if these expenses will increase twice. You can see how values are changing here. Or for example, we just need to see what will happen if all the vendors' expenses will increase on 30%. And here we can create very quickly a huge amount of scenarios and see what will happen with simple, discounted payback period, internal rate of return. So we are not going to be playing with the inputs themselves. We'll be just testing on-off coefficients if we won't completely switch off this or that operating stage vendor from calculations, or if we don't want, we will be just completely switch off. We will be just increasing or decreasing the value of these coefficients without switching off this or that vendor, and see what will happen with financials at the end. So this is quite a valuable, very valuable environment that will help you to get acquainted with your business idea when your financial model is ready. So I hope you enjoyed this video. You may give us a like, subscribe, share this video with your friends. You can also order financial models from scratch for your unique business ideas. We can help you with that. So see you guys in next videos. Thank you and bye.